She was the most passionate, strong, and loving woman I have ever known.
Tragedy struck the world yesterday as Lisa Marie Presley, the only daughter of the musical legend Elvis Presley, died of a heart attack this morning. The incident has left many in the world in shock as just less than 3 days ago, she had graced the Golden Globe Awards with her presence as she and the rest of the world honored her father and Austin Butler, who played her dad in the 2022 movie Elvis. How many are wondering how she died? Why was it so sudden? And if her possible past with drugs had something to do with her untimely death. Born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1968, Lisa is the only daughter of Elvis Presley, the musical genius behind hits like Can't Help Falling in Love with You, Suspicious Minds, and Hound Dog. She was the only child and sole heir to the estate of singer Elvis Presley and actress Priscilla Presley. Although her parents divorced when she was 4 years old, Lisa was very interested in her dad and his work. So much so that she even sang an emotional duet with him for the song Where No One Stands Alone. The duet, however, was with a recording of her dad, who sadly died when she was 9. Her love for her dad did not only focus on his work, but was rather a deep, complete love for him. In her book, Elvis, My Dad, a part said, Priscilla loved Elvis completely and intended to spend the rest of her life with him, but neither of them had planned to have a child. When Lisa talked about her childhood, she said,
he was very protective, very adoring, very watchful, and I knew that I was loved. There's no question about that. But it was very apparent to me. And it was very mutual. I was in his bathroom upstairs at Graceland, and he caught me, I think I was lip syncing in the mirror. I think I was 2. Not so necessarily aware of who he was, but just in my own world, singing with a microphone in front of the mirror. And anyway, I'm sure he got a huge kick out of it, and I don't know how long he was actually watching me, but never embarrassed me, never said anything. And then I think he was getting other people to come watch as well. The only person who could get me in the bathtub was my father. He's the one that would have to actually put me in.
Lisa went on to follow in her dad's footsteps as she built a successful career for herself. The musical genius took the world by storm as she released 3 albums. Presley also made famous singles outside of albums, some of which featured duets with her late father using recordings made by him before his death, such as the previously mentioned Where No One Stands Alone. Sadly, Lisa could not find the same success in her marital life as she had gone through 4 divorces in her life. Lisa was first married to Chicago-born musician Danny Keough in 1988. However, the marriage didn't stand the test of time as the couple divorced in 1994. The couple had a son together named Benjamin Keough and Riley Keough. Sadly, Benjamin Keough died in 2020 by suicide. Following her quick divorce with Danny, Lisa went on to marry the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson, in 1994. Just 20 days after her divorce was done. The marriage was the talk of the time as people couldn't get over the marriage of the king of pop and the daughter of the king of rock.
And just think, nobody thought this would last.
The two had first met in 1975 when a 7-year-old Presley attended several of his concerts in Las Vegas. According to some of Presley's friends, their adult friendship began in November 1992 in LA, and as child molestation accusations became public, Jackson became dependent on Presley for emotional support and comfort. She was concerned about his failing health and his addiction to drugs, and in an interview she said, I believe he didn't do anything wrong and that he was wrongly accused. And yes, I started falling for him. I wanted to save him. I felt that I could do it. Shortly afterwards, she tried to persuade Jackson to settle the allegations out of court and go into rehabilitation to recover, which he both did. Following this, Presley appeared in Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone video in June 1995. Sadly, in January 1996, on grounds of irreconcilable differences, Presley filed for divorce. According to Michael Jackson's makeup artist, Karen Faye, Jackson had originally planned to file for divorce but first changed his mind after Presley begged him not to file. However, the following day, Jackson discovered that Presley had filed for divorce herself, and as such, the marriage only lasted 2 years. In an October 2020 interview with talk show host Oprah Winfrey, Presley revealed that she and Jackson had attempted to reconcile intermittently for 4 years following their divorce, and that she had traveled to different parts of the world in order to be with him. And after Jackson's death in 2009, Presley was reported to have felt shattered. After her divorce, she gave love one more shot as she and superstar actor Nicolas Cage tied the knot in 2002. However, their marriage was shrouded in controversy as many felt it was off. You see, Presley and guitarist John Oszaka became engaged in the year 2000, but weirdly, her engagement ended when she met Nicolas Cage at a party that year. Presley and Cage married just 2 years later, and on November 25th of the same year, Cage submitted divorce papers which were finalized in 2004. Lisa would later get married again in 2006 to American guitarist and producer actor Michael Lockwood. The couple would go on to have a 10-year happy marriage, with the two of them even managing to raise twin daughters named Harper and Finley Lockwood. Sadly, the marriage would come to an end in 2021. In October 1997, Presley and her friend, fellow Memphisan and Scientologist Isaac Hayes created the Literacy, Education, and Ability Program, or LEAP, to help children around the world. LEAP was run by Applied Scholastics, a Scientologist-controlled organization. On January 5, 2002, Presley earned the Humanitarian Award from the Church of Scientology-supported World Literacy Crusade for her efforts to help American youngsters improve their study skills. Yolanda King, the daughter of Martin Luther King Jr., presented Presley with the honor alongside Chaka Khan and her friend Isaac Hayes. So how exactly did this celebrity icon die? Well, to get the full picture, we need to go back to the 80th Golden Globe Awards that took place on January 10th, just a few days ago. Lisa and her mom had shown up to honor the late king of rock and roll, Elvis, and to show their support for actor Austin Butler, who had played the role of Elvis in the hit 2022 movie Elvis. Lisa was so impressed by Austin's performance that she claimed that no one could have played the role of her dad as accurately as he did. She was also super emotional when he won the Best Actor for the role and was overjoyed by his acceptance speech.
And the Presley family, thank you guys. Thank you for opening your hearts, your memories, your home to me. Lisa Marie, Priscilla, I love you forever.
However, underneath all the glitz, glam, and joy of the day, some eagle-eyed fans spotted what seemed to be her struggling throughout the awards, with many stating that she was uncomfortable and looking weak. Sadly, she was rushed to the hospital in the early hours of Friday, January 13th, just less than 48 hours after her appearance at the awards. She apparently had a heart attack at her home in LA, and the EMTs had to be rushed to the scene. She was allegedly given a shot of epinephrine to help the EMT find a pulse after CPR and defibrillators failed to work. Witnesses and the sheriff claimed that the EMTs did eventually find a pulse, and she was rushed to the hospital, but sadly she died shortly after. Her death was sadly confirmed by her mother when she said,
It is with a heavy heart that I must share the devastating news that my beautiful daughter Lisa Marie has left us.
However, the strangest thing about her death wasn't that it was sudden, but the fact that her dad died the exact same way. You see, Elvis died of a heart attack at the tender age of 42, with many believing it was brought on by his addiction to prescription barbiturates. Once again, many people suspect that the cause of her untimely demise was a complication caused by her previous addiction to drugs. In 2018, Lisa revealed to the world in a very emotional interview that she was battling drug addictions that allegedly started when she was 45. However, she claimed she was doing better now and had come a long way thanks to therapy. And although there's already a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding her death, it's safe to say everyone is saddened by the news, with Jean-Claude Van Damme saying, "R.I.P. Lisa Presley, the beautiful and wonderful singer and songwriter daughter of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. All my respect and love to the family." And Yoko Ono saying, "Rest in peace, beautiful Lisa Marie. Our love and deepest condolences go out to Priscilla, Riley, Finley, Harper, and all the Presley family. Our hearts are with you. Love, Oko." And even the Golden Globes Award said, "We are incredibly saddened to hear of the passing of Lisa Marie Presley. She was an extremely talented singer-songwriter and a very welcome presence at the Golden Globes this past Tuesday. May you rest in peace." But what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below.